Welcome to day 5. You know you're an introverted mom when you have no idea what you do with alone time because there's always something else to get done. Hi there, this is Alyssa from Unbusy Sane Supermoms, helping you handle the number of kids you already have and reach Supermom status with ease. So if you're in the pocket of moms who says, well, but I don't even know what I'd do if I got any alone time, this is the one time I would tell you to look up one of those 33 ways to do self-care kind of articles. So here's what you do. Just grab any old one off the internet. Cross out everything you've tried and hated. Circle anything you've done in the past and liked, and then star what's left. This is what you haven't yet tried. So lay in some supplies and then commit to trying 2 of these things a week. This will get you trying a lot of different things very quickly. If your issue is just, I have no idea what I'd like, I need to get a sampler of a lot of things. Now, if that approach doesn't appeal, I understand. I usually like trying things I have a good idea of working for. So if this is you, go back to what you loved as a kid or a teenager. Sometimes we outgrow these things, but sometimes there's a pathway to what we'd love to do now. So did you really enjoy coloring? Were you always writing stories? Maybe you'd be interested in journaling or an adult coloring book or something like that. Were you cross-stitching? Were you gardening? Or were you always making something with your hands? Start there. And then if you really don't like sewing anymore, don't just say, that didn't work. Think, okay, I don't like sewing. What about quilting? What about embroidery? Think related niches and see where that gets you. Now, another idea. If you do have the space for alone time, you just don't know what to do, so you feel like you don't want to waste the time, you go back to your chores. Well, I don't want you to waste the time either. But just because you don't have a hobby yet, doesn't mean you can't take some downtime. Here's what I mean. If you can get some of the stuff out of your head that's bothering you, or if you can get some movement in, both of those will be really good things, help you get more on balance, feel less stressed, and they don't require you having a particular hobby nailed down. So I'm going to suggest, go ahead and start a mini journaling practice, whether it's writing down, 3 things that happened today, or filling a whole page, depending on, how involved you want to get. Sometimes if you just feel silly writing down, the kids did this and that kid did that and screamed at me, whatever. Okay, what you want is a more interesting journal prompt than a diary style format. So just get like 3 prompts that never fail you, that you always feel like you have something to write, and those will work. So for example, you could say what I'm looking forward to today, number 1, forward to. Number 2, what I'm worried about for today, what I see as maybe problems that might come up or a schedule conflict I'm worried about. And number 3, what is top of my to-do list? This focuses you in on, okay, what's the most important thing to get done today? Well, got to hit that net first, or I've got to adjust everything else around it if necessary, that kind of thing. Now you can take something like this and tweak it. When do you do your journaling? Is it, mid-afternoon? Is it evening? Is it morning right before everything starts? If you're doing evening journaling, you could say, what was the best thing about today? Past. What was the worst thing about today? Again, evaluating. And what is the most important thing I got done today? Backward look. If you are thinking ahead for the next day, what would be the best thing about my schedule tomorrow? What is the thing I'm worried about tomorrow? What am I dreading about tomorrow? And what is the most important thing on my list for tomorrow? What is essential to get done? So you can just tweak your prompts. It doesn't have to be, oh no, that one doesn't work. Pick the favorite prompts and adjust the verb tenses, adjust the sentences by time of day so it works for you. Because you've got stuff churning around in your brain, you've got mom life issues, you've got, oh shoot, this kid's doing that. You've got things you need to get out, and journaling will be really helpful for that. Now, if you're not into journaling, don't really want to take the time, use up the paper or something, I do like contemplative exercising for that. What I mean is I go ahead and get movement in my day, but I'm using that time to think about what's going on. I may not be running through a series of official prompts, but I'm giving space. So obviously this is not when you need to be counting reps or something like that, or counting how many seconds you're holding a plank. This needs to be, you're just running or biking or walking swimming, something like that. You can just let your mind wander and know you're getting the exercise and movement in. And then it gives the same effect as journaling, but it's a much less scripted format because you're walking, your blood is moving. And that, so either one, either journaling or the movement that you can let your mind wander, I would highly recommend, because that will de-stress your day. You will start seeing some of the benefits of getting that alone time. Because let's face it, we really want this hobby that pumps us up and fills us up. But a lot of times, first we need to come down from the stress of the day before we can get into something enjoyable. So whether you're journaling or you're doing that contemplative movement, those are the things that will help you get down to that relaxed state. Release the worry, release the stress, release the, everything just went wrong. Because you can't go straight from my day was horrible and I was 30 minutes late to this and the grocery store didn't have that and now I know what to cook for supper, and go straight into, great, I'm going to paint today. What should I paint? You're still going to be, yeah. And your painting won't be much good. Won't be able to relax into it. So work in a little of this journaling, thinking stuff, even if you don't know what your hobby should be. Clear your mind, get back to balance, and watch your mental fog disappear as you give it time to come up and out of your brain. So whatever it is, whether you're more the journal type, bullet journaling, walking, running, just get your juices flowing and don't worry about filling the pages. Don't worry about if you really have anything to think about. Don't worry if you feel like, I'm not really worried about anything today. It's cheap therapy. You will find something if you let your mind wander, even for 5 minutes. See how that works. And then while you're at it, build in that movement or the journaling. See if there's something that you liked as a kid or a teen, or try one of those random self-care articles. You don't have to be at the end before you even start. You don't have to have the hobby and all the supplies and intermediate level technique in order to deserve alone time. That's not the way it works. You deserve alone time because you need to de-stress. You deserve alone time because you need time to build up mastery in a hobby. You deserve alone time to find out what you might even like to do. You deserve to have that starting point. So if you need to unbusy your mom life without ignoring the cooking, the cleaning, or the kids, watch How to Be a Sane Supermom, class I recorded for you, and learn the 3 secrets to an unstressed mom life. Because you can get started on being a supermom and do it the easy way. I put the link for you in the description below. And that's it for today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.